So we thought we would bring you a little haul video. We didn't really buy much in our trip to Disneyland Paris. There were a few things we looked at, but you know, we sort of just didn't get around to buying them, or we were just trying to save a bit of money, and we're trying to sort of think, do we need this really, you know, when we see things. So we've just got a few little bits, and we thought we would show you the little bits we did get. So we'll start off with the freebies.
We will.
So when we arrived at Disneyland Paris, we had a meal at the Hotel Cheyenne at the Chuckwagon Cafe.
We did.
And if you're staying in a Disney hotel, quite often there's different seasons, like if they've got like Festival of the Lion King or Christmas or, you know, Easter or whatever it is, they usually have badges or buttons, whatever you want to call them, for people who are staying in the hotel. But I just went up to reception when we were there and asked if I could have some Christmas badges, and they quite happily gave them to me. So we have 2 badges, 1 each, and I'll bring them up here and show you. Hopefully that will focus. There we go. And that's our Christmas badges that we got. So we've got 2 of those as our freebies. The other thing we've got, which we are holding on to because they are very precious now they're no longer doing physical maps, is we have our Avengers Campus map.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
oh, it is.
It's got Avengers Campus on it. Yeah, it's the Avengers Campus front of the map. And Gary picked up this, which is like a booklet, and they were only there for one day. We only saw them on one occasion, didn't we? And Gary really liked this.
I didn't think they'd last long.
So I'll just bring this up and show you.
Not really.
Yeah, so it's just a really cute sort of thing, and it tells you all about the Avengers Campus. It's got some good artwork in there. All these different bits and pieces there. But it's actually really nicely done, and it's very thick and very sort of, it's all embossed and
shiny.
Yeah, Gary really liked that. So that was another thing that we picked up. So we did buy some bits that we've given as presents or things that we've bought back for other, like mainly our daughter. So I have only got photos to show you them because we've taken so long to do this haul video that we've actually given them out now. So we bought some little Phantom Manor, the heads, the singing heads, which we think they've got a proper name. Gary thinks they've got a proper name.
Yeah, they're definitely called something.
But Eric. But anyway.
That's not that.
But anyway, we bought them as a present. So
check it out.
I'll put a photograph in now. The other thing we bought back was some Bistro Chez Remy plates. Now our daughter had, I think she had the mugs or the bowls, and the last few times we've been there we've been trying to get them and they've not had them at all. And I think it was like the last day, maybe.
They didn't have anything actually.
Our last day in the park.
Last couple of years they had nothing.
No, they had no
Ratatouille themed.
No.
Stuff in the Ratatouille shop.
Yeah, it's Chez Marianne or something like that. The shop's called. Yeah, it's actually in the Ratatouille sort of plaza in the square there. So she'd asked us if they had any, but the last few times we've been there wasn't any. But this was, I think, our last full day in the park, and we just happened to arrive as they were putting it out. So we thought, oh, that's good. So we picked up 2 plates for her, and I was deliberating should I get some or not because they are really nice. And I think they were €10 each. And as we bought them, a couple next to us literally bought the lot, didn't they?
Yeah, loads. Yeah.
They bought loads of them, and they were at the till next to us, and they literally had a box of all the plates and everything. They sort of emptied the shelf really. So we were lucky that we'd gone in there when we did. I mean, I think they were buying like a whole dinner service of it. But it's something I'd like to get if we go back again. So I'll insert the picture for you of the plates, but they're really nice, and they're a really good quality plate, aren't they?
Yeah, look okay. Yeah.
So yeah, and they're very simple, and they're the ones they use in the restaurant there, so they're really good. So I'll insert that picture now. So the other thing we bought back for our daughter was she collects the Starbucks You Are Here mugs, and I think when we went in June she'd already got the Disneyland Park mug, and I think when we went in June we bought her the Studios mug, but this time they had the Avengers Campus mug, so we got her one of them, which I'll put the picture in now. So they're the bits we bought back for other people. We mainly just bought some pins for ourselves, but something we had been after for a very long time and they stopped doing is this. Now this is a, I mean it says here for pin trading, but we've got so many pins and they're all just sitting in like a little
bags.
Yeah, little carrier bags.
Pin bags.
Yeah, well they're not really pin bags, they're just bags full of pins.
You've got a bag in a drawer.
Well, they're not even in the drawer because they're too big to fit in the drawer now. They've actually been in the wardrobe. But so we bought this, and what it is, it's obviously all zips up nicely, and you've got a nice little, okay, you can see that Mickey pin trading zip there, and it's got like pouches to put things in, but it's also, you can put your pins, these are sort of foamy, and you put your pins on these to display them. So, and at the back as well you've got a zipped area to put things in. So there's, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's seven flaps in there, so hopefully that should be enough. It's got a nice carrying handle as well, and also a small handle, so hopefully that should be enough to put all our pins in. So yeah, we've been after one of these for a long time, so that's good. So we did purchase that. That was you know, one thing that we did feel that we needed to do. So the pins we got, some of them again were for our daughter because she collects them too, but we got some really cute ones. If I give them all to Gary to hold, and then he can pass them to me. Now, oops, and I've dropped one. So this one here, so this one here, I don't know if you can see, if that's going to focus, there we go. That we got when we went into Wart's restaurant, and that is a special one for the 30th, and you could only get them if you dine in there. So we got one of those, so that's a limited edition, I think, and as I say, you only get that if you go and dine in the restaurant. So that was that one. Okay, now Gary's dropping them all.
Need a bag.
So our daughter likes to have all the ride pins. Now some of them aren't the actual attraction ride pins, but there was a limited amount that we could get, so we've just got what we could. But we got her this one, which is you can see that Peter Pan's Flight. That's quite a cool pin. We have
that one,
the Dumbo ride, which I don't think is an official actual ride pin, but it does the job.
That one is.
Yeah, this one, we actually got one of these for her and for ourselves, because Gary quite liked the Cars road trip. So and that was a new pin, wasn't it, that we hadn't seen before. We always get ourselves a pin of the year that we've gone, so that was our 2022 one. And because we obviously went to Avengers Campus when it opened, well, not when it opened, but obviously this is the first time it's been open.
When it opened for that day.
Yeah, no, well, obviously what I mean is it's the year it's open. So we got ourselves an Avengers Campus. I think that's quite a cool badge, actually. I quite like that. Then we had like a Phantom Manor based pin as well. And we've got this one, which is quite cute. It's not actually a ride pin as such, but it's Pirates of the Caribbean, and it is Stitch dressed up as a pirate, which is a really cute one. And the last one, because our daughter really likes Grogu, we picked her up, and she wanted some merchandise, like a, oh, that's gone completely out of focus, right? She wanted some merchandise, like a spirit jersey or something, but there was nothing Grogu at all. So we picked up the pinball instead.
Toys, I think.
The other thing we picked up, being Mandalorian fans, we had actually gone into the Star Tours shop to try and get her a new keyring, because she had a Star Tours keyring and it broke. But they don't do them anymore. We did ask and they said no, we don't do them anymore. But what keyrings they did have this time was this, which again is really quite nice. It's really quite solid, quite heavy. So we had the Mandalorian helmet, which Gary really likes that one.
If you feel really small, you could wear this. Hamster.
Yeah.
Hamsterlorian.
So, the only other thing... Oh, no, there is something I bought. So, they had these little shoulder toys. Now, you get a little patch here, which is a magnet, and you pop that on your shoulder, underneath your clothes, and then you sit your character on your shoulder. And I picked up this Remy. They were selling really quickly, wasn't they? And there was a Woody. I really wanted a Woody, and I said to Gary, I really want a Woody on my shoulder. But unfortunately, they sold out too quickly.
Could be arranged.
Don't be rude. But on the day before the last day, one of the ladies in the shop had said to me, we've got some Remy's coming in tomorrow morning. If you get here about sort of 10 o'clock or whatever time it was, she said we'll just about have unpacked them by then. And we literally arrived and there was like a big crate on wheels, wasn't there? They were just unpacking.
Box of rats.
So I got myself a little Remy, which is really cute. So I quite like that. One last purchase. Now obviously I like Loungefly. They're quite expensive and I've been trying to be a bit economical with what I buy. However, when we arrived, everywhere had this Christmas Loungefly and it is so nice. Really cute. So it's like a candy cane based, got the stripy handles, really sweet. 90 euros, and I thought I can't warrant spending 90 euros
10 of those.
on this. And I really kept looking at it thinking it is really nice, but no. And then the day before the last day, they had because they had so many of them, I think they had a massive sale, and they knocked 40% off of them. So they'd reduced the price by 40%, and I thought, well, that's really good. Now, we've got Infinity Passes, which gives you 20% off merchandise, and I thought, I don't suppose I'll get the 20% off if I've got the 40%. So I went up to one of the cast members and said, silly question, but would I still get a 20% off of that? And she said, oh yeah. She said, you'll get 20% off and you'll get 40% off on your thing. So 60% off of this.
Which made it 36 euros.
Yeah, and that's euros. And so by the time you got the exchange rate and everything, it took it down to about £30. So
was it?
Just over.
That much?
Yeah. So you mean that little?
That little.
Yeah.
That's what I meant, yeah.
So
Not
from
much
90 euros, it was worth it. I mean, that was too good a deal to walk away from. So there we go. That was our purchases. While we're here, I just thought I would show you some other bits that we've got. And as you've probably noticed, I've got a nice pair of the 100 Years ears on. And they are from our dear friends Fiona and Scott, who had a little birthday trip over to Walt Disney World, and they bought these back for me, which I thought was really sweet of them. And they bought me lots of maps as well. So yeah, while they're still doing physical maps in Walt Disney World. But yeah, so I've got these nice ears here. So the other thing I've got to show you is, I've had this for a while. I'm not wearing it today because I'm too cold. He's got a t-shirt on, but I'm actually freezing because I'm fed up with this cold weather. And that is this lovely t-shirt. And this is me and Gary as Funko Pops in front of the castle. And this was made as a present for us by our lovely friend Ed. And Ed actually has a shop on Etsy, Ed's Carousel of Crafting. So I'll put the details there. Go and check it out because she's got some lovely bits on there. And while we're talking about Etsy shops, I've been busy. So my dad, bless him, bought a little 3D printer, and so between us we've been doing some little projects, and we have been making some 3D signs which I've then been painting and framing up. So I've been doing some, I'll just show you them quickly. I don't know if that's in focus or not, but there you go. That's the old retro Star Tours. The entrance to Magic Kingdom. Phantom Manor, Haunted Mansion, whichever you wish to call it, depending on where you are. And touring. I'm working on some others as well, but I've been very busy doing those. So yeah, they're all our bits that we have to show you. So going forward, we will bring you the restaurant reviews that we promised of the Chuckwagon Cafe, Silver Spur Steakhouse and Walt's American Restaurant. But we haven't got a trip at the moment planned to Disney. And we just thought we don't want to just bring content for the sake of it, but we wondered what sort of content you actually wanted to watch from us. Now, I know during sort of pandemic lockdown or whatever, we did diversify away from Disney like everybody did, and we did a few extra bits and pieces. But did you want to see things like any other trips we do, any other days out to places that aren't Disney? Is that something you would want to see, or should we stay just to Disney?
No, I'd like to see one.
Would you?
Trip.
Okay.
I'd like to see a trip.
You'd like to see a trip. What about sort of crafting? Would you like to see some of the crafting that we do, or I do, not we do, because Gary doesn't?
No, you could watch me cut the lawn next month.
Some of our
empty the bin bags on a Tuesday morning.
Some of our collections, like our pin collection or our Disney Tradition collection. We just want to know what sort of thing you'd like to see from us going forward, really. So, but for now, we'll carry on with the restaurant reviews because we've got, as I say, we've got 3 of those to do, so we will be doing those and bringing them to you.
Anyway, we're off now.
Right, so, yep, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with us, and look after each other, be kind to each other.
Thanks for your support.
And we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.